to the Play It By Ear podcast. The podcast where the topics may vary because, hey, we play it by ear. And now your hosts, Eric Fiskus, Brady Liming, and Todd Griffin.
Welcome one, welcome all to episode 49 of the Play It By Ear podcast.
We need to get Matt to re-record that and say, esteemed host.
Esteemed
host.
Most exalted host.
Since when in the hell did you become esteemed?
The hostesses with the mostesses.
Me, you, or anyone else in this particular stream? When did we become?
I think it happens at a certain age.
Well,
I think I'm
40.
esteemed and messing stuff up. But
yeah. All right, I just want to let you know, Kilroy was here.
Kilroy was here.
Kilroy.
Don't. All right. Please sign in, guests. Now, our guests are esteemed. We are not,
Yes.
but they are. Howard, welcome.
Hello, Howard.
Danny
Hello,
D. Claire, what's that? You can say that again, right? It got annoying there for
I think
a bit.
so, yeah. It always was funny to me.
It got to a point where it really wasn't, but all right. I see. There we go. All right. Again, episode 49 of the Play It By Ear podcast. We welcome you. And as always, we invite audience input. We relish audience input. So if there's something on your liver that we're talking about, please, by all means.
Or your spleen.
Spleen venting one and all. Tonight.
As Eric turns pale.
Well,
Is it spleen that you don't like? That's the word you don't like.
Yeah,
That's the word he is not fond of.
Don't say a word in front of me.
Self-espleened hosts. Hello, Mrs. Wilson.
Miss Wilson in the
Miss
house.
Wilson.
Okay. Housekeeping. Visit our website, playbyyourpodcast.com.
There it is.
We'll get this right
one day. Find out everything about you get your fat finger like right up on the
I got it. But Brady can't do it from where he is. It has to, I do the www.play and then you take over, Eric.
I do visit.
Visit.
www.
That was really cool, guys. You were making the Dio thing and didn't even know it. When you two were putting your fingers up, you were making the metal sign unintentionally. Put that finger back up there, Todd.
Nice.
Yeah.
With a last in line.
All right. Visit our website. You can find out everything you want to know about our show and probably some things you don't even want to know, but go there, figure it out. And also register for our updates, which is all the way on the bottom of the homepage. You can get our newsletter. We ask for your email address so we can send out any messages we feel may be pertinent to everyone involved. All right, Howard, quick question. If Eric and Brady are ever no-shows, can we call it a Toddcast?
Ooh, very good.
Yeah, nice question. I will not allow him to take over a Toddcast. I will always be in
you never know, man.
That sounds...
Maybe my birthday. On my birthday, can we call it a Toddcast?
Yeah,
sure.
Play It By Ear Toddcast.
Yep, April. So
Pray It By Ear Toddcast.
There you go. No, podcast. It would be...
Where do I fit in all this? All right, Mike Kohler. I believe Mike is new to us. Welcome,
Mike.
Or maybe he's been lurking in the shadows there. You never know. I mean, but I got a text. I told you all about it. A text from
in the shadows, and he's Mike.
Nice. I got a text from a friend, and he said, "Hey, are you on the Play It By Ear podcast?" And I just never really accounted for the fact that someone would know about the show and not know I was on it. But hey, welcome. I told him how to reach us, how to get on and watch, and hopefully he's there. So Andy, if you're there, chime in. Glad to have you. Joe Pilger, you're such a Toddcast.
It would be TOD though. You could remove the D for the.
Well, not if it's your show. That would have to be a TODD cast, wouldn't it?
Yes.
All right. So if you're new to the arena here, we talk for 20 minutes on a topic of the co-host choice. We've not had a conversation about said topic until the show, and aside from kind of some little banter back and forth about what we might talk about in general, but not into the conversation itself. So it's all organic, as we like to call it. So again, I hope you enjoy. Again, if anything, your spleen needs to be vented, as they said.
Ew, that just sounds gross.
It does.
What do you vent a spleen with?
I don't know.
Bile.
Wow. Let's move on quickly.
Scalpel.
Am I getting blanched here?
Deverode.
At least
Joe says double D always.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to brag.
All
right.
my. We are in order on the screen as we will present our topics. Brady will lead us off. Brady, the 20 people in the room are waiting in bated anticipation.
Bated night crawler and weedy ball cart mouth breath. I'm going to wrap all that in from last week.
Got to remove that mud vein. Him's good eating.
Good eating. Okay. Really, Todd, you're going to laugh really hard here when I get into my topic. But anyway, I'm going to go the road less traveled here. And this is going to be something that just kind of struck my fancy when I happened to notice a local road that I'd forgotten about. And how I forgot about it, I have no idea. But it kind of stoked my interest on street names and road names that are ridiculously funny and unusual and silly and sometimes just weird. So the road less traveled indeed on this episode, unusual street names. And Todd, when you were talking about removing the mud vein, good eating, that will lead us to our first road, which is Frying Pan Road.
Now, are these local roads or just anywhere?
This is around the United States.
Okay.
But I do have, there's some amazing local roads, including the one that is horrible sounding, that sounds like a felony. And but we'll get there in a moment.
Okay.
So Frying Pan Road is suburban Washington, D.C. It's been named that since the 1700s. You know, the Frying Pan Road's a little unusual. I just thought I'd wade into the water gently. So Frying Pan Road is kind of unusual, but
it sounds like something in a country music song, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Frying Pan Road. I think the Eagles, when they couldn't sing about Seven Bridges Road when they were hungry and all that 70s marijuana, they sang about.
I mean you were driving your pickup truck and got divorced out on Frying Pan Road.
Yep, exactly.
After your dog left.
To your double wide.
All right.
I used to live in a double wide, so I can say that.
In Nova Scotia, Canada, there are 3 connecting streets. This street, that street, and the other street. So you would have to go this, then hang a left on that, and then go to the other, which would be a nightmare giving directions. This, that, and the other. And what I call the first one that's going to, I think, really induce guffawing in at least our hosts here. Roast Meat Hill Road.
Roasted Beast
Hill
Road.
Well, this is actually Roast Meat Hill Road. So it was not specific to beast. It's just Roast Meat Hill Road.
Well, isn't beast non-specific?
Well,
That's
I
beef.
guess so. Yeah. When we call Arby's roast beast, we're referring to the beast.
It's assumed to be a beef as a play on words. However, a beast can be generalized, correct?
It could. But this could be fish, fowl, or any other kind of mammal.
Or fresh trout.
Fresh trout. Fresh trout.
Fresh trout dinner or fresh trout lunch and birth salad.
But by the way, the Roast Meat Hill Road is in Killingsworth, Connecticut.
Wow. So
where are you from? Killingsworth. Where do you live? Roast Meat Hill. I'd start getting a little bit creeped out.
A comment here. That's what
yes.
I'm chuckling about. Mrs. Wilson, when I moved to Adams County, I told my husband I refused to live on Suck Run Road. But we did look at a house on Lick Skillet.
Wow.
There is a skunk cove at Lake Winoka. I always thought that one would be very unfortunate. Where you live? Skunk Cove.
I thought you were telling me there's an actual cove of skunks in Lake Winoka. I didn't know where you were going with that.
That too. I got hit by one time walking the dog.
You got hit by one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My dog Crockett and I got skunk bombed.
Got to stay away from their cove.
Yes. Let's lighten things up because this one is 100-year party court.
100-year.
Who wouldn't want to buy a house in Longmont, Colorado on 100-year party court?
So, is that a street name that gets changed every year? And like last year it was 99. I mean, what did they come up with?
That's a great point. I think they're committed. I think they're just saying, hey, living on this road is like a 100-year party. Gotcha. So I think it just commemorates good times by one and all. But they said also in this subdivision, there is Half Measures Drive, Confidence Drive, and Tempted Ways Drive. So how do you get to your house? Well, to get to 100-year party court, you're going to end up on Tempted Ways Drive. Those would go together, right?
I think so. Wasn't that the original version of Journey Separate Ways? It was Tempted Ways instead of Separate Ways?
Actually, I think it's the Squeeze song because right next to Tempted Ways is Fruit of Another.
Oh,
it like intersects.
Tempted by the fruit.
Yeah,
I see what you did.
Yeah,
there.
You see what I did there.
All right,
okay.
now wait.
Oh,
100-year party court. Could that have been the location of a 100-year? I mean, we talk about 100-year storms, or so this party was so amazing that it occurred at this point. So therefore, we are going to name the road 100-year party court.
That's pretty. If it's close to the University of Colorado, it's usually in the top 5 party colleges every year. So there's probably a bunch of graduates, some golden buffalo that live around there. So
a few more comments here. Danny says Adams County is a treasure trove of excellent names. That is true.
Yes.
Joe says favorite local road name Shite Poke.
And Joe Rocky, that is what stoked my wondering about this topic when I drove by Shite Poke Road. And guys, I mean Gravel Washer Road, that's in it's pretty literal, or maybe Fairview Road, or what happened on that road? What occurrence? I mean, there's no way to really.
This is a TV-14 show. I don't think you can say what happened on Shite Poke Road.
Yeah.
See, I picture it as in walking up on a mound of mess and not knowing what it is, and you just poke out a stick and say, "Is it shite? It is shite,
Jameis. Is it shite?
Is it shite?
I don't know.
Well, poke it.
Poke the shite.
Poke the shite."
But Todd, I think you're onto something because my mind, of course, went to horrible things. But that could, like the early settlers, is that bear scat or is that deer scat? I don't know. Shite poke with a stick so they can figure out what was lurking around their homes.
Well, the settlers around here were German, so they were going 9.
9.
We do the same accent. We do the same accents for everybody anyway.
That's true.
Yeah.
So in a few more comments, Gary asked if it's quart, C-O-U-R-T, or quart, Q-U-A-R-t. Now, 100-year party quart, Q-U-A-R-T.
That's some strong distilled beverage if it's a 100-year party quart, Q-U-A-R-T.
Indeed.
That's
Celia,
probably the...
Celia says her favorite was always Fishing Gut Road in Aberdeen.
Is it fishing or fish?
No, it's fishing.
It's Fishing Gut Road?
Yes. And I thought that sounded like an intestinal distress sort of thing. Oh, God.
I got a case of fishing gut.
After that fresh trout lunch, got a bad case of the fishing gut.
Fishing gut. Yes, indeed.
Our friend did have a bad case of the fishing
gut. Well, you got to remove that mud vein.
It's good eating.
I think he had a mud vein after. But oh gosh, continuing on. There is also Chicken Hollow Road.
Yeah,
that's right in betwixt Russellville and
is
Ripley.
It's haunted. Is that the road they always say? Doesn't it have to have the calico woman or whatever, the calico lady or the calico cat woman or?
So they say.
Wow, that's I forgot about that.
Back there. right, a
Which my
few more
grandfather
here.
always called Chicken Gut Road. But
Before they changed the name to Veterans Boulevard in Georgetown, where the veterans' home is, it was J. Kai Drive.
Jedikai.
Wow, that's some unoriginal naming right there. It's the same idea of the whoever named the Philadelphia Phillies. It's just like
Right.
how
And that was after the 3 county commissioners at the time, James, Dale,
yeah.
and Kirby.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's just name it after the guys' names. That's
Miss Wilson said that I bet it was a road named after the venerable Shite Poke clan. They were esteemed. The Shite Pokes were.
Am I missing something?
yes.
Was she being?
Yes, you are.
I didn't know there was actually a clan. I was just wanted to make
I think she was making it funny.
She was joking.
Okay.
They're allowed to joke too, Brady. The jokes
Yes,
aren't just
that's
for us,
true.
man.
Right.
I've been in her class. I know she can. she's heavy with the funnies.
And Howard says it's the Calico Woman. That's who's
yeah.
that girl. And
I'm not sure where I got cat.
Holler.
Are there cats involved somehow?
there is
Well,
a Calico
Calico cat.
cat.
Well, I know there's.
I mean, I assume that's where you came up with Calico Cat.
Thanks for the feline education there, Eric. Now, Todd, you know there are calico cats.
Feline in nature. Once again,
The announcer said, and Todd found out there were Calico Cats.
that's why we do the hard-hitting reporting. Here's one. This one comes from Mojave Desert in California. And it is, now I'm going to have to spell it. I'm going to have to approximate. It's ZZYZX. Zizix. Zizix Road.
Wow, that's way too many Z's.
That is. It's
Buy it
actually
now.
named after a genus of sand wasp.
Really?
Yes. So, but anyway, there is Chicken Dinner Road, not to be confused with Trout Dinner Road, but Chicken Dinner Road in
I'm sure Chicken Dinner Road smells infinitely better than the Trout Dinner Road.
yeah, that's in
Oh,
Idaho. We have Error Place. Avoid it. Oh, that's in Cincinnati.
Era.
Yeah,
Error
yeah.
or error?
ERROR, like whoops.
ERRO. Okay.
Well, Marty Brenneman always said era.
Era. That's in Montana. There's Bad Route Road. That doesn't inspire confidence on Google Maps.
I was
Where you got to
gonna
go? Bad Route Road. Pardon me.
Several of those in Montana, I would guess.
Yes. In Lehigh University in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, there is DUH Drive.
So
Where do
I
you
wonder
live?
if it was really named after the exclamation, after the or if it was
Would
something
have an
else.
exclamation point.
It doesn't say, but it does say living there's a no-brainer. Yeah. And one that will definitely, Todd, you might want to take a drink. This is Puddin' Ridge.
I already had, so I thought if I just wet my whistle for you there a little bit, you would.
I was gonna say,
I would feign taking a drink.
okay, Hannibal Lecter, what was that?
This is some fava beans. So Puddin' Ridge Road. And it is an apostrophe, so it is Puddin' Ridge. It's not.
You're
Puddin'.
the type of guy to get suspicious. I'm the type of guy that says pudding is delicious.
What?
Sorry, that's LL Cool J. I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
but that's in-
yo. Oh,
That's in Moyock, North Carolina. Puddin' Ridge Road.
Puddin' Ridge.
In Southern Hospitality in Greensboro, Georgia, there's Linger Longer Road.
Linger longer.
Linger longer. How do you get there? You linger longer. No, how do I get there? That seems like that would be some back and forth.
It's like a who's on first sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right, comments.
Comments.
I
Or are
think-
we stunning everybody tonight?
Yeah. Danny says, damn shite pokers.
Shiite.
Shite.
But if you are listeners from out of the Southern Ohio region, we're not kidding. I actually took a picture of the road sign. So if you need us to post that later, we can. So
Howard
Calico.
says,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was going to say refers to the type of dress worn by the specter.
Spectre.
So
Which makes it infinitely more scary if it's a spectre rather than a specter.
yeah.
Saw a ghost. Oh no, it's a specter. That does sound much more menacing, doesn't it?
Sounds a little too fancy for Chicken Hollow Road, though.
Yes, it does. It does.
Chicken holler.
Not to be confused after you just brought that up, Todd, but in Granbury, Texas, there's Chicken Gristle Road. Chicken Gristle.
Between Georgetown and Russell, there's a Goose Lick, and one that turns off of it is
Laycock.
Lakick.
Lick.
That was
Goose
all
Lick.
68. So
Oh, man.
Laycock.
So, okay, did people just have really good senses of humor that named these roads? Or were they so innocent they didn't even think about the possible...
Well, vernacular has changed
Teasing
over
and-
the years. I could think of a bunch of terms that, 60, 70, 80 years ago would not have been a problem that
Yeah, but
are
I
now.
think Goose Lick was funny now. It was funny in the 20s. It was funny. I mean, Goose Lick is just... I don't think it's ever... I don't
Not
think that's
funny.
changed. Yeah,
Well,
it's
isn't
just
a
funny.
lick a name for like a stream or a creek, right?
Yes.
So if there was a lot of geese in this creek, it was Goose
Oh.
Lick.
There you
Okay.
go. Marty Houck. Marty, welcome. I believe that's your
Like-
first time commenting. North Pole Road. Yes, that's one around
That is
here.
true.
Around down by Ripley.
Whenever my sister, we would go visit our family in Ripley when we were little. Whenever we would go by North Pole Road, we'd go until we passed it like we were shivering. So
I always favored... Brady, did you have other local ones on your list? At some point, I didn't want to steal your thunder there. Is that...
as far as local ones,
Well, I always liked Needmore Road. I always thought that was kind of funny. Like,
Yeah.
Or what?
yeah,
Well,
road.
in Batavia, where the Ford plant used to be, it used to be on front wheel drive.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Because that was one of the first plants in the nation that made front wheel drive transmissions. That's why
Yes.
it's called that.
Of course, I don't know if I lived there or not, but Livermore Lane.
You did live
I-
there.
I did. I couldn't
No,
remember if
your
I was born
family
there.
lived
My
there.
family lived there. Was that also referred to as Toadlope?
Toadlope was a little
No.
east of that. Or-
There's
So is-
been
yes, east.
Is
no, west.
Toadlope what, to make a dad joke? Is that when two amphibians escape to marry, or what? Is that what is Toadlope?
I don't even think there's a sign for Toadlope.
No,
See, I've
it-
never seen one.
No, I don't think it was ever named that. Was it?
No, I mean, my parents lived there. My grandparents lived there. I don't know why it's called that. Still to this day, some people call it that, but
Yeah.
Everybody took a turn on Toadlope.
Yeah,
or something like that.
something like that.
Take a turn on Toadlope. That would be a good advertisement to put a big sign out front.
It would be.
Take your turn on Toadlope.
Dun-dun, dun-dun. It would have to have that on the end of it.
We really like Toadlope.
Oh man.
A couple more comments here. Howard, yes, there is no South Pole Road in Ripley, just a North Pole. I'm not sure why it's North Pole essentially, but by the way, my browser is not really cooperating here too well. Celia says there's Mays Lick, which is in Kentucky. I'm not sure. Is there? I know there's a place
Yeah,
south of Maysville.
there is also, and guys, Big Bone Lick.
Yeah, Big Bone Lick Lake.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, park,
and there's a park. Yeah,
Big Bone Lick Lake Park.
Lake Park.
That's just
no, there's a Big Bone Lick Lake, and
And
there's
a
a Big
big-
Bone Lick Park.
Ranger Dave and his Big Bone Lick Lake Park. Ranger Dave and his Big Bone Lick Lake.
Park.
Here's a funny one. This is in Las Vegas, of course. Pillow Talk Court.
Hmm.
Where is it? Where do you live? I live on Pillow Talk Court by
Now-
the fire.
Now the question is on Pillow Talk Drive: is there a brothel? that was the word I was trying to figure out.
Good word.
It
Brady-
just-
Brady,
it says
you're
it's in the suburbs.
your Pillow Talk voice got very creepy there, and you turned into like I don't know how to explain it. It was. Have you ever seen what's the show with the baseball? I can't think of it now. Anyway, It was on HBO. It's a baseball player. He's like washed up, and anyway,
Southbound and Down.
Southbound and Down, which is
Or Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down,
Hilarious show, hilarious. But Will Ferrell plays
Powers.
that guy. I said, let the boy watch. I can feel it in my plums.
Joe says a lot of the roads in Brown County weren't named until the 70s. His mother still gets birthday cards from cousins addressed to Rural Route 1.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Good Joe bringing the trivia.
Good job,
bringing
Joe.
Yeah.
And you're gonna. This is not made up. I'm reading it exactly in an NBC News report that is true. There's only one way to get in Alaska to Constipation Ridge, and the name of this road is. This is all one word. Far from Poopin' Road. FARFROMPOOPEN. Far from Poopin' Road.
Is there a cheese outlet store at the entrance to that road or what?
No outlet. Anyway.
Why?
But,
By the way, a cheese outlet store sounds awesome. I gotta be honest with you. Oh, my goodness.
cheese outlet. There's This Ain't It Road in Dadeville, Alabama. How do you get there? This Ain't It Road.
This ain't it.
Old Trash Pile Road in doesn't say where this is at. Oh, Henderson, Louisiana. Tater Peeler Road. And in Fairbanks, Alaska, Yellow Snow Road.
Ah.
Poop Deck Street.
What?
Poop Deck Street in Homer, Alaska. Alaska seems to be the king of horribly named roads.
Yeah, you know what that makes me think of? Popeye cartoons. Poop Deck Pappy.
And the Sea Hag. And Eugene, the magical Jeeps. Oh, I'm sorry. This is good stuff. And then one of my favorites, and I don't know why, this would just be a really unfortunate address. Bucket of Blood Street. This is in Holbrook, Arizona. Sounds like a retired pirate. Where do you live? Yo ho ho in a bucket of blood. And that's like kind of a
So just to let you all know, in the stuff going on at the beginning of the podcast, I forgot to start the clock, but we are like 27 minutes in. So
oh my, are we?
We are.
Well, yeah.
And
That includes the intro.
The intro. Yeah.
okay.
We're about 20 minutes. So thereabouts.
All right. Well, I think I was kind of saving this one to the end because Eric gets a personal import to someone in your house. But in Traverse City, Michigan,
Yes.
there is Psychopath.
Nice. Nicely done.
Yep.
So who lives on Psychopath? Like Jason and Freddy Krueger and
it won the most bizarre street in America in a poll sponsored by a company that probably regrets sponsoring the poll. I'm sorry. I think Shite Poke is way more disturbing than Psychopath. But
Yeah. I found it interesting, Eric. I'm going to go off on a tangent like I do.
no.
I found it interesting that you said Jason, then you went to Freddy Krueger. So you didn't mention Jason's last name, but you mentioned Freddy's last name.
Because it flew out of my ear when I mentioned Jason Voorhees.
No, but what I was getting ready to say is I think that's pretty common what you just did. It's a whole other topic, but most people, when you say Jason, when you're talking about
horror movies. and
horror
such.
movies, but Freddy, you always follow up Freddy with Krueger.
Correct.
Just like Michael Myers. You don't ever just say Michael.
or Frank Einstein.
Or Pinhead. You don't just say Pin. That's interesting, though. Anyway.
All right. More comments here. Again, if my browser is not really, I hate
Fix
Google
your browser.
Chrome. My Google Chrome I get the not responding thing going on about.
How's it going,
in the
STD?
house. Welcome.
Oh, is he in the house? Good
Yeah.
deal. Yo.
I may have to read these instead of because again, I'm getting this not responding thing. Howard says, Brady, that voice was a combination cross between Vincent Price and RuPaul.
Are you talking about his pillow talk?
Yeah.
Which is like, down by the fire, pillow talk.
Yeah, I got a fire pillow talk.
Rebecca, we have a Bigfoot Beach State Park near Milwaukee in Wisconsin.
Bigfoot Beach State Park.
Is there a
That's a mouthful.
Indeed.
it could be
Jason.
Sanderfoot
Hey, Jason, how you doing, bud?
State Park.
Not the horror movie character.
Yes, just Jason Prine.
Jason.
Jason, since last March
Yes.
was when we started, right at the beginning of the COVID outbreak.
Terrorizing
We decided we would combat COVID with podcast.
And by golly, we're defeating COVID through this podcast.
That's right.
All right.
We were doing
Karen.
2 a week. We were like, Air America. We were delivering the goods. We saved humanity
Yes.
with our
Or
shenanigans.
something like that.
Something
Or
like
thereabouts.
That's our story, and we're sticking to it. Karen says, I am or may not know someone who may or may not have a sign with a shortened version of their maiden name. It may have been in that person's possession for many, many years. Now, let's not get into sign theft here because, I mean, I will have to plead the fifth on that, as will Brady.
I would not bet a Greasy Heart spam stick on it. I would not.
What about a treat stick?
No.
And Karen Kratzer, I will allow you to let your mind wander as to what the name of that road might have been.
So if you want me to wrap this up,
I've never stolen a sign, so I feel pretty good about myself right now.
I was going to say, you're usually the bad boy of the group.
That's right,
But you've never
yeah.
stolen a sign.
No.
Becky, have you been
There
to
is
Hell and Back?
There's a Hell of Michigan. Isn't there a...
I've been to hell in the Cayman Islands. I've not been to hell, Michigan, though.
Yeah. If you've been to 6 Mile, South Carolina, and this might be a good place to stop since I have there's a huge list here, but you could live on Booger Branch Road.
Booger Branch Road.
Yes. A booger, according to the Smoky Mountain Dictionary, booger once referred to a demon or a ghost, which isn't too far from the boogeyman. So Booger Branch Road was a ghostly road. It had nothing to do with mucus or nose goblins.
So when you're an elementary teacher, every branch is of boogers.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. All right. A few more comments. Like I said, my browser here is being persnickety. Miss Wilson, Psychopath is where the Bates Hotel is.
Yes.
Jim Heron has been on Yellow Snow Road in Fairbanks, Alaska.
Wow.
Also has a bridge that leads to nowhere. I mean, a bridge at the end of the
Nice.
bridge, the road ends. So I guess
Yeah.
going into the whatever ocean that is. That the Pacific there, or is that the Arctic? Somewhere in that neighborhood.
Oh man. So you can look it's on mentalfloss.com, but there's 41 of these. So when we post our newsletter, we'll post this link because there's some I just can't read, honestly.
I was going to
Our
say,
TV 14 rating.
Yeah. So if you register at our website, all the way at the bottom of the homepage, and give us your email address, you can get that list through our newsletter. A few more comments here. Jason always thought that Todd had a voice for radio. Now let's not add
hey,
to.
thank you, Jason.
Add to his.
Well, I certainly have a face for it.
as do I.
Not for this, not for the podcast, but for radio.
Karen says, now when you say you may have been involved in that heist, are you talking about me or
What?
Brady? I don't know. I don't recall. And again, I'm going to plead the fifth. I will not go forward anymore in regard to sign stealing.
I've heard it might have occurred on one occasion. I've only heard stories.
Yeah, just tall tales and such.
Yes.
STD stole a couple signs, still have the no parking anytime sign. So the question is, did you steal the no parking anytime sign to get yourself a parking spot? The sign was therefore you could park there.
The street that my school is on, somebody left an abandoned toilet just right on this like pull off. And one of my coworkers said that, somebody needs, and I said somebody needs to put a no dumping allowed sign behind it, just right there on the street, because there's one right down the street from it.
Well, that seems like a weird place to just leave a toilet.
I think my guess is probably somebody was doing a construction or home gutting, and it probably fell off a truck, and somebody thought it was funny to set it up right.
Well, I mean, it is funny, actually.
It is funny.
So Becky says in her comment, she has not been to hell, and I appreciate her saying that since she's married to me. Jason says those signs are actually quite challenging to steal, and I will say so. I've heard. Let's see, Joe. There's a Jordan Road in Washington Township when buckwheat was buckwheat being his dad. Was trustee in the 90s. He refused to replace the road sign more than once per year. Karen says, yes, Eric, I believe one of my brothers was involved, so it stands to reason. So again, I just heard stories. STD says, no, I was 15 and took it down with a screwdriver from the street over by my parents' house. Okay, so
as the statute of limitations ran on that STD?
I would say, judging by his picture, I'm not going to guess his age. I'm guessing he's about our age, so I'm guessing the statute of limitations would be out on that one.
Yeah, I think we figured out last week that he's close. He and I are probably close to the same age, since we both were plentiful in the He-Man figures.
Correct. All right, good topic.
Thank you. That's a fun one.
Okay, so before we get into topic number 2, and again, I'm going to pitch my computer into the oblivion because it's really not being very cooperative, but I will go ahead and give you the voice promo. If you would like to become a member of our podcast, you can go to www.playitbyyourpodcast.com/support. Our newest member, Allison Chavis, joined us last week.
Thank you, Allison.
Yes, thank you, Allison. Also, our other members, Joe and Christy Rocky, Chuck Griffin, and Jessica Longacre. We thank them all for their support.
Thank you, Joe, Christy, Dad, Jessica.
Yes, as Bartles and James does. We thank you for your support.
Thank you.
So if you'd like to investigate that, you can go again to the website, playitbyyourpodcast.com/support. And our platform we use for that is called Buy Me a Coffee. So if you see that little logo there, that's what that is. It's not some flim flam thing. It's
Flim. What are you, 90?
There
flim
was,
flam.
flim flammery going on our website.
Confound that, Eric. Confound it.
It's all legit.
Yeah, codger.
So yeah, STD says that was 1991. So yeah, well, probably the statute of limitations. And he says he's 44. So yeah, you and Todd are in the same.
Same wheelhouse.
Same wheelhouse.
Yeah, Gary says not seeing the comments on the screen last couple minutes. That's what I'm saying. There's your comment. I can put yours up, but then my browser is not cooperating, so it I get that blue ring of death spinning, so then I can't get things to move. But STD says our He-Man episode was fun, so appreciate that. He chimed in quite a bit. He had all those things, man.
Yeah, that was actually if you want to go back a few episodes, that was our second He-Man episode. Really, the other one, the first one wasn't supposed to be, but it kind of turned into one.
Yeah. All right, Karen.
We're glad the episode wasn't a stinkor.
Karen asked if we have ever done one on people with names that match their profession. For instance, she used to work for Dr. I believe it's pronounced Aki, but it's spelled Ake.
Aki? That's...
and Jason wants to know which one of us came up with the idea of having this podcast. Great idea. I think it was kind of a mutual sort of.
Yeah. The weird thing was we... a day late and a dollar short. We probably talked about it before podcasts were even very big. I mean, they obviously we had heard of them, but they definitely weren't they weren't. It wasn't as the pool wasn't
Prevalent.
as full. Yes, I mean it was. But of course, we drug our feet, and
Now we're in a pool of 3.1 million or some such thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think the genesis of it was when reality TV started and it was filled with stupid stuff like Teen Mom and all that kind of garbage. It's like, man,
you
why
watch
don't
your
they
mouth.
why don't they just put a couple cameras and microphones on our car trips? It's way better than this. This is actually funny stuff. And we always said we needed our own TV show, but then this new podcast thing came around and these newfangled inventions, and we kind of jumped on.
Actually, I believe our comment was, that stuff is on TV. We can be that stupid, so we just need.
Yeah, it was never we can be that funny or good or smart or whatever. It was always we can be that stupid, and by golly, we can.
And we live up to that or live down to that and more.
There is no hill of stupidity we can't climb together.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm really not making this up. We've referenced this incident in the past, but I think the moment where I knew that we had something to offer entertainment value was walking the cat poop gauntlet in the incident where Damon stepped on it in Doug's yard, and we ended up in the back.
Scraping his shoes on the brand new Ripley High School toilet brim.
And like that's the moment. It's like, man, we just need a camera following us, and then.
Yeah. Well, I think the hard part also is I'm not sure. Jason probably didn't ask for all of this, by the way. We've extended his question. We're definitely
filibustering.
We're filibustering. But the hard part that I find though is, Brady. I can't speak for you, Eric, but Brady's been listening to podcasts now for a couple years, and I was never much of a podcast listener, and so I find that with a lot of people our age. Our age and a little older, I think that we're a little older than probably the average podcast listener's age. So like a lot of people I'll talk to is like, hey, you gotta check the podcast. Like, so I just listen to you guys talk, and I'm like, yeah. And he's like, nah. Or they're like, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound fun to me. Like, and I get it. I can't fault them for it. I don't. Yeah. I hold no no ill will or no frustration about it because I was kind of the same way. I mean.
Or they're like, we've listened to you talk before, and it's really not that fun.
Yeah, you just say the same shit over and over again. And we don't say it over again.
No,
we actually do, but
yeah, we have a whole glossary of stuff we say over and over again.
The sad thing is our parents have been listening to this stuff for definitely for years.
Some of them listen on purpose now.
That's true.
That's true.
All right. Is it my turn?
It is.
It is your turn. Couple other things. Jason has some questions as far as technical questions, and I probably can answer those real quick.
Definitely, yeah.
He said, how do we come up with content? That's why the show's called Play It By Ear. We don't play it by ear.
Literally sometimes 5 minutes before showtime, like, what do you think of this?
Yeah.
Log that for a while.
Anybody can work really hard and do a lot of homework and spend hours and hours and hours prepping, but
we don't.
And it probably shows through.
Yeah. Somebody said, like,
but we
how
do
you
want
do this to have a job? Or like, does it take away from your jobs? Like, no, you don't get it. Like, we do no preparation. We plug in and we go.
And, well, I think that, and time will tell whether that works or we have to start putting more, of the prep work into it. But I find the more I think about what I want to say and the more I think about what I want to add to a topic, the less fun it is for me. But also, I think it's one of those things where, we're not trying to sound polished and perfect. We're wanting it to be organic, and that's kind of the gist of the whole podcast. Probably more so than the whole Seinfeld thing of like it's about nothing. I would say it's more about seeing what we can come up with spur of the moment.
Right. Okay. STD says sometimes you just have to talk and others need to hear it because podcasters never stop talking. That's true.
Yep.
And you guys doing those show prep sounds like the other guys on my show.
The other guys are like,
other guys. Nicely played.
Other guys meet beneath the bus.
Exactly.
Beneath the bus.
Danny says our parents were not listening, and that's true. They certainly were not. Now, again, but now they're doing it on purpose. And Jim Heron says my students say that every day, that they don't listen to me. That's probably true, too. All right. Moving on. Todd, you're number 2.
All right. I am number 2.
Yes, you are. Just like the bottom of Damon's shoe.
Right. That's right. Hey, you rhymed. Now I've lost my... All right. So I took a break for a week, maybe 2, away from food. I'm usually the food guy. And I'm also combining this with a previous topic where, if anybody's listening and remember back where we did the slang word, the most popular slang word the year that you were born. And it was like a list that started back in, I believe, the 30s and up until now. So I'm combining that, and I have a list here of, we talk about candy quite a bit. We've talked about everything from the variety, the crazy world of multiple flavored Kit Kats and Snickers and things like that, and to Eric's frustration with fun-sized candies not being fun-sized at all.
Fun.
Yeah, but we haven't talked much about like the history of candy and you know when candy was popular. We've done a list of like worst Halloween candy, things like that. But anyway, so I have a list here of here's what candy came out the year you were born. So I kind of thought just for education purposes that I would start at the beginning of the list and maybe there might be something interesting, but then we would just start taking some requests for years and we could talk about what candy came out the year you were born. So the first year on the list is 1941. So 1941, 2 pretty popular candies, M&M's and Pixie Sticks, both came out in 1941.
Those are solid classics.
Yeah. So I won't read every one of these, but the M&M's, it says, these little candies have a very colorful origin story. During the Spanish Civil War, Forrest Mars Sr., son of the inventor of the Milky Way, old man Mars, witnessed soldiers eating small chocolate beads covered in hard sugar shells and was inspired. Chocolate sales typically dropped during the summer when temperatures rose, and Mars was excited at the idea of inventing a product that wouldn't melt. He and Bruce Murray, son of Hershey executive Old Man Murray, joined together to create the original M&M's, Mars and Murray. In 1941, Mars received a patent for his product and began mass producing the little chocolates in Newark, New Jersey. They were originally sold in tubes and shelled in brown, red, orange, yellow, green, and violet coatings and only available to soldiers in the war. The candies were first stamped with a black M in 1950, which later changed to the white M we know and love today in 1954. So I thought that was a pretty interesting story.
That is a very interesting story.
Yeah. It actually looks like it skips a few years, which is good. It'll get through the list faster. 1945. Skipped. Okay, 1945. Dots gumdrops. Dots.
Yeah.
Those are just grotesque.
Yeah,
they're
pretty bad.
They're nothing but teeth aggravators.
TTs.
It boasts itself as America's favorite #1 selling gumdrop brand. Well, no shit. There's no other gumdrop brands.
Well,
pardon my French.
Dots don't have the. I think of a gumdrop with the
sugars,
jelly candy with sugar on. Yeah, with sugar on.
You mean diabetes?
A dot to me, I get diabetes. Yeah, I mean a dot. I guess is a gumdrop, but I wouldn't call it the #1 selling.
I wouldn't either. And they're made by the Tootsie people of Tootsie Roll fame. Fame. Can't talk.
The ethnic group in Rwanda.
It makes over 4 billion. Tootsie makes over 4 billion dots each year, and they still come in the same original flavors today as they did in the 1940s: cherry, strawberry, lemon, lime, and orange. Yak, vomit, barf, hoist, heave,
hurl, chunder. That's the Australian flavor.
And mouth scat. 1940s. By the way, that was the year my dad was born. So, Dad, you and Dots Gumdrop share a birthday. 1947, Bazooka Bubble Gum. Didn't realize it was developed at the end of World War II in Brooklyn, New York. And obviously, I never got into Bazooka.
Was there bubble gum prior to Bazooka? Was that the first bubble gum or just the name brand?
Branded. It was probably powdered and had the little comic strip on the wrapper.
All right, Bazooka Joe.
Yeah, it doesn't go into that much detail, but I was never a big Bazooka. I mean, it never did much for me.
Because
and I wasn't. The comics were so small. I mean, even as a Ute, I could barely read them.
I mean, you basically needed a bazooka to get it off your teeth. It was real sticky. You know, it was one of those ones I lost favorite quickly and just kind of like got to like chew in a dishcloth.
Not on the level of Fruit Stripe gum, but
no, not as bad as that. Nothing's as bad as that.
Gosh,
it's done.
What a joy kill that stuff was.
All right, we invite our audience to put your birth year in, and we can give you what was popular in your birth year. A couple comments, Todd, if you
go ahead.
Again, my browser, so I'm just going to say I'm a Super Dave in the house.
Hello, Super Dave.
Says Tootsie hates teeth.
That's a great band name.
That is a good band name. Nice alliteration.
Yeah.
Tootsie hates teeth.
He also said he loved Bazooka and comics. And STD said you could buy Bazooka gum in 1967, and it is still the same consistency in 1990.
That's true.
Remember we had we tried the Big League Chew on the one episode, and it tastes like dirt. It tastes like dirt.
Dirt.
Yeah, it was gross. I think it had been sitting a while.
Yes.
I mean, because Big League Chew's got just a nice. It's got a coat of skank on it anyway. It's just got a sheen of. It's got a sheen of powder that I don't know why it's there, but it doesn't help the candy at all.
I love it when you use the word sheen.
Sheen, a sheen of powder, like was shipped from the Colombians.
Yeah. Like speaking of,
was.
It's weird to make a sheen and a powder joke. I could go Charlie Sheen there and cocaine, but I won't. 1948, Almond Joy. In case Charlie Sheen listens, I don't want to upset him. You know, if you're listening, Mr. Charlie Sheen,
we're sorry.
Or if your brother Emilio is listening. 1948, the worst candy bar. Huh?
He probably would find it funny.
Probably would. Emilio Estevez would. He's cool.
Yeah.
The worst candy bar ever invented was invented in 1948. It doesn't say this. That's me. Almond Joy.
Dude, yeah.
While
Joy got nuts, Mounds don't.
While its partner candy bar Mounds has been around for almost a century, Almond Joy didn't join the gain until a little later. While Mounds were already becoming a classic among Americans, the demand for milk chocolate was increasing steadily, leading to the development of the Almond Joy candy bar. But it doesn't say anything about the demand for coconut, though, so why did they put that in there?
So what was invented first, the Almond Joy or the Mounds?
Mounds. Mounds has been around for almost a century. So it's been around probably since the early 1900s.
Yeah.
Almond Joy got nuts, Mounds don't.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
Because sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
But again,
Almond Joy's got nuts.
Why the coconut? Can you think of any other candy bar with coconut in it? No, because there's a reason for that.
Seems like there is, though.
I mean, I think isn't a. It's not a candy bar, but isn't a Chico stick technically? I think it has.
I don't think so. I love Chico sticks.
I do too, Brady, but I think that it is coconut.
Really?
I think it's
like. If you want to see a little kid cry, if you want to see an elementary kid cry, give him a Mound. Tell them it's something else, and when they bite into that Coca gross, it's just
coconut.
Coconut. Whenever you're ready, we do have several birth years here in the comments.
Yeah. So. But I do. If somebody, I bet Howard knows. Is a Chico stick contain coconut? That's my question. Go ahead with the birth years.
Okay. Well, first a couple comments here, then we'll go to the birth years. Super Dave says, "What about Topps baseball card gum? Talk about yikes." That is true.
Yeah, I always threw it away.
Cardboard.
Yeah. Couldn't throw it away. I mean, you had to chew it.
You had to chew it or bad luck.
17 seconds it had flavor. Then you could spit it out.
Yeah, but the edges of it were so sharp it would nick your gums.
Lip.
Yeah.
Just between your cheek and your gum, right?
No, don't bring that up again.
A little pinch.
or you take a big bite of it like Brady did. Let's see. Miss Wilson has lost 2 toothpicks to Tootsie Rolls.
Really?
Dangerous. Danny says the Sheen O Powder is a Pablo Escobar side business. STD loves his Chico sticks.
Oh yeah. Do they have cocaine in it? Or
Not the Chico sticks I've eaten.
No. Wait a minute. That's the Chico sticks I mean. No.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. I do not do drugs, folks. Do they have coconut? It might as well be cocaine. Coconut, cocaine. You can see how I messed that up. They'll both kill you.
Yeah, well, there's a paradox there. I love coconut flavoring, like coconut juice, coconut
milk.
And I love this
Coconut milk.
I love coconut milk and stuff, but the texture of coconut, no, it's just like grit. It's like sawdust.
I'm gonna look it up because I think that. Oh yeah, here we go. It is made primarily from peanut butters, sugars, corn syrup, and toasted cocoa nut. I knew it had coconut in it.
Interesting. I didn't realize that.
Here that it did verify it's toasted coconuts.
Okay, I wasn't patient enough. Since I can't see the comments, I wasn't patient.
All right, ready for birth years here. We've got.
Let me find my list again.
And get your list there.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, 1982.
1982. Now, if I'll be honest, it's not counting by one. It's skipping a year or two every once in a while. So I'll get as close as I can to
close as I can.
Yeah, 1980, 81. There's 81 and 83. Shall I do before and after? Or the year?
Sure.
Okay, so 1981, Skittles.
Oh,
Skittles.
Classic, solid.
Taste the rainbow. And then in 1983, Nerds.
You just got your meat kicked by a bunch of nerds.
Why do they call you Booger? I don't know.
I can't make this up, guys.
These teeny tiny candies are offered in several fun flavors like grape and apple, watermelon, and have been a beloved treat for years. I didn't realize that they had been out that long. What is that? Oh, nice.
Brady's shirt.
Nice.
My lambda shirt.
Lambda, and Omega.
Just clap your hands, everybody. And everybody, clap your hands.
Sorry. All right.
Booger Presley. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
1992.
Youngins. All right, so we have. Wow, this list isn't as strong as I thought, which goes to show you how organic this is. I never even looked at the list before I started doing it. It went from 86 to 93, so I'll do 93. 93 Hershey's cookies and cream candy bar.
Oh, that's a fave of mine.
So I don't like them. I don't
really.
Rebecca, when you were 1 year old, you could have had your first cookies and cream
candy bar. I don't like white chocolate that well.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. So me and Brady are 1971.
1971. Way back here.
Hey, now.
70. Here, you're in luck. 71. Laffy Taffy. Laffy Taffy.
Laffy.
If you're nasty now.
Speaking of hard on your face, Laffy Taffy.
Yeah,
kids still love that stuff.
Oh, I love it as long as it's not like.
How do you eat it?
Well, that's my point. I've had Laffy Taffy that is like soft and pliable, like a Tootsie Roll. But then there's sometimes it's just like
you can't let that stuff sit.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it tacks up. It gets a bit too tacky. It should be called Licky Taffy.
Would that make it Lacky Tacky?
Licky Tiffy. It should be. Yeah, you can't. After a certain age, it's not healthy to eat it, to bite into it.
All right, we got Wendy Troutman, 1972.
1972. There was the 71 and then 74. So I'll do that. If you were anywhere near 74, this is for you. Pop Rocks. These bad boys were developed. This is interesting. They were developed in 1956 by scientist William A. Mitchell, old man Mitchell's son, but weren't released to the public until 1974. I wonder why it took them so long.
It was dangerous.
Using little air pockets of carbonation that melt in your mouth, these candies leave a mild crackling and popping sensation in your mouth.
Sensation. So, one of the greatest old wives' tales ever concerning
legend.
Pop Rocks and
Old wives' cracks. I bet Mrs. Wilson doesn't remember this, but Mrs. Wilson, there was a student in our class. I can't remember what year it would have been, and this student tried to say those. They got those two sayings combined accidentally. Old wives' tale and a wisecrack, and they said an old wives' crack, and of course I did what every teenage boy, and like laughed, and they threw a book and hit me in the eye with a book. So I deserved it, but still, so I've been using that ever since then for like 25 years now. Old wives' crack. I mean nothing by it. I'm just making fun of the student.
Miss Wilson hit you in the eye with a book?
No, Miss Wilson would have never done that. The student did, yes. And Miss Wilson would have not had that had she seen it. She waited until Miss Wilson wasn't looking and then hit me with the book. And I didn't tell her.
I think Miss Wilson turned around on purpose.
You think so?
She knew someone was going to throw a book at you.
I wonder. I'll have to have a side conversation next time I see Miss Wilson and ask if she remembers my commercials that I did. Anyway, I did a deodorant commercial and a Maxi Pad commercial. But anyway, we'll save that for another time.
A Maxi Pad commercial.
Yeah, I did. I bet she doesn't even remember that.
All right, we got 1968.
We have 66 and 70. So 66, I'm not a fan of these at all. Razzles.
Ew.
Razzle dazzle. These babies are the best of both worlds, candy and gum, a combination that mystifies children. While they were only offered in raspberry in 1966, today Razzles are available in a wide variety of flavors, including Gushin grape, luscious lemon, and tangerine orange. Which is kind of silly because Gushin is an adjective. Gushin. I say I'm from Brown County. It's Gushin. Okay. Anyway, it's an adjective. Luscious is an adjective, but then tangerine orange. Two fruits.
Well, tangerine and orange are so similar.
But just the naming Fiscus is gone. That's rare.
That is rare.
Can we keep this going without him?
Time.
Can he bring himself back? Yeah. All right. So I think it's funny how Eric said he would never let it be a Toddcast because he would always be there.
That's what he gets. He jinxed himself.
That's right. It is now a Todd. What'd you call it, Brady?
A Toddcast.
No.
Brayed by ear Toddcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, while Eric's gone, it is the first ever Bray It by Ear Toddcast. No, but I'm saying
talk about him.
The naming scheme doesn't make any sense. You have very descriptive like Gushin grape, luscious lemon, and then just two fruits, tangerine orange. It doesn't make any sense.
Fruits.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's a kind of what do you call it? Anticlimactic.
The person that asked about 1968, so the two closest were 66 and 70. You back, Eric?
Yeah,
You missed your first ever Bray It by Ear Toddcast while you were gone, man. That's what you get for saying it'll never happen on my watch. You Dr. House or what? This podcast won't die on my watch.
I was the only one that died.
Yep.
Let's now maybe Firefox will do better with all this.
Firefox. So I was getting ready to go. I went 66 with the Razzles, and then I'm going 1970 with Snickers Munch Bar. I don't know that I've ever had a Munch Bar.
Munch?
I don't believe I have.
Introduced in 1970, this candy bar is known today as simply Munch and has been a chocolate peanut butter classic for decades. It looks like on the picture here, if I don't know if you can bring up a picture, but it looks like it's just peanut brittle.
Ew.
It looks like
so it's a hard confectioner.
My annual gift to Noble Hardiman every Christmas. Get him a brick of peanut brittle that's what it looks like. But it says chocolate, but the picture doesn't show chocolate. So I'm guessing it is chocolate surrounding.
Oh yeah,
peanut
I've
brittle.
seen these. I've seen these.
I was going to say it's like a payday, but I don't think it is a payday. I don't think it's like a payday.
It's not even a payday alone.
Well, because the consistency of it is more. It's kind of like between payday and a brittle.
That's kind of a. Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on. Up.
I'm trying to figure out how to navigate here.
So I think that was about because I remember in the 80s calling someone a butt munch was a pretty big term. So I wonder if it comes from the Snickers munch at all.
It could be.
We
I got
snickered
several-
while we did it.
I got several comments now I can
Good.
post up here.
Pull them up.
Pull 'em up.
STD says we're gum snobs. Yeah.
We're just old and have bad teeth.
Celia says the Chico sticks with cocaine in them are called Charlie Sheen sticks.
Stole my joke. Did she say that before I said Charlie Sheen or after?
I'm certain she said it before you did. Because she's
We
quicker.
probably. I think you saw from our game. We probably said it at the exact same time.
Well, that's probably true.
That's true.
Danny said you broke yourself this week. That is a 3-week string of Todd being broken. I broke him, then Brady broke him, now he broke himself.
I'm well broken. I'm broken
Howard says Zagnut is covered in toasted coconut.
I
Yeah.
like a Zagnut.
A Zagnut and a chicken stick are pretty similar. They're the same.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. Zagnut's just covered in chocolate.
Yeah.
Chico stick made with our famous peanut butter and toasted coconut. Each flaky bite is savory, delicious.
Daggone, that's poetic.
Gary
Yes.
coming up with the plug there for Chico sticks.
Gary Gibson just says yes.
I believe she was verifying. Yes, they're 100%. They have toasted
Okay.
coconut.
I was going to say I agree, Carrie. Whatever you're saying, I agree.
Yeah. 1961.
All right.
Howard.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
We have a 60. We have two 1960. We have two 1960 and a 62. So we'll start with the first 1960. Howard, do you remember when you were 1 year old having your first tasty sour lemon head? Because lemon heads were
Aye.
1960s. Hey, I was gonna say, Mr. Miyagi, what the hell?
Hey, Eric, start talking. Just say something.
Say something.
Hey,
Hey.
Luke, 1960. Also, the Starburst.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, these fruity, chewy candies were first launched in the UK in 1960, making their way over the Atlantic in 1967. The original flavors were strawberry, lemon, orange, and lime.
I didn't realize they were that old.
I didn't either. I thought that was an 80s thing.
Pretty old.
1965.
Let me
Mr.
get-
Herron.
Okay, I'll get the 62 to kind of
Okay.
tie into Howard. Now and Later's 1962.
Oh.
You
Now-
don't like now and laters?
I hate now and Later's. They'll
God,
they'll
they're
flat out ruin your
impenetrable.
mouth. Yeah. When these taffies, are they a taffy? What
No.
It says
They're
when
in
these
armor
taffies.
plating.
When these taffies were, I think they're little squares of turtle shell. When these taffies were created in 1962, they were given their name based on the idea that you could enjoy some now and save some for later.
After you've broken your teeth.
Yeah, yeah. They're pretty much a hard candy. I think they
I'm
belong
pretty
in
sure
old
that
women's
the
purses.
I'm pretty sure that the presidential limousine is lined on the inside with now and laters because they'll deflect all bullets.
James mentioned 65, so
65.
there's not a 65, but there are a couple of 66s. The first,
Karen is 66.
okay, so this will hit both James and Karen. 100 grand, formerly known as the $100,000 bar. These chocolate bars were named after a popular game show in the 1960s and have been a fan favorite ever since. I don't like them.
Really?
No, they're too chewy, too much
When I was-
nougat.
When I was a Ute, the whole I still do this today. The commercial where you would bite into it and you would stretch it, and it would make like
I took my 100 grand and I stretched it, and I stretched it,
and
and I bit it off.
You shouldn't do that. You'll go blind.
Yeah, I just don't like them. I don't like the texture. I don't like hard set caramel. I don't mind a soft caramel that
No, wait a minute. Is it caramel or caramel?
my mom says caramel. I
What?
say caramel.
You mouthing the caramel.
What do you say, Brady?
Caramel.
I say caramel.
I
Matter of
know,
fact, I don't.
I say caramel.
See, I don't even. I don't even announce. Half the time I say camel. That shouldn't surprise you. But I don't even pronounce it. I mean, I usually just put caramel, like CAR mul. Caramel.
Yeah, like the town in California, not the. I think the nougaty candy is supposed to be called caramel, but this is America, darn it. We call it caramel.
Yeah, like I said, I believe my mom calls it caramel or caramel, either one. She puts the long A sound in it. I know that.
I'm not slagging on our audience, but somebody saying caramel. This sounds a little bit pretentious. When I just give me some caramel.
It's somebody that eats fancy catsup.
Yes.
And Grey Poupon.
Wifey is 1976.
All right.
Called Equinox and a song called Sweet Madam Blue. Go ahead.
Sweet Madam Blue, gaze into your looking glass. The other 1966 was the Razzles. I think, Eric, you were out when I did the Razzles. Or on, 76 for Becky here. Ooh. We have Jelly Belly. Though this company had been around for decades before this, it wasn't until 1976 that the breakthrough recipe for mini jelly beans allowed for this colorful bean to be created. The original flavors included root beer, green apple, licorice, cream soda, lemon, tangerine, very cherry. Why did they put a... It wasn't like great green apple and radical root beer, and why did they put very cherry in front of it?
Because not
Like
a little
rhymes. It kind of sounds...
Well, yeah, but they could have put... Okay, and then grape, by the way.
Grape. And grape.
Grape.
All right.
Somebody, a friend of mine on Facebook, posted a picture the other day of the scratch and sniff stickers. I mean, that brought back some memories. And it was the pickle. There were 4 of them, and it said which one, something along the lines of which one are you smelling now, or which one can you smell? And it was like, it was a pickle, it was the popcorn one, the pizza one, and the grape one. It's like, I love the popcorn one, but the grape one, man, was just awesome. The grape scratch and sniff sticker.
The pulpus one smelled like pulpus.
So Celia put up 1978 again. I thought we had we done?
No, we hadn't.
She put it up before.
Can I ask a specific candy question? You do the 78, okay. Then I've got a specific question.
78. There is a 78 here. Number 22 on the list. Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
Created as a way to maintain popularity levels for Reese's peanut butter cups, Reese's Pieces were originally produced in 1978 and became extremely popular after being featured in
E.T. Have you ever heard Doug's Reese's Pieces story?
No.
Like there was like a thing where he got so many proofs of purchase, and you got the free E.T. stuff thing, and he ate a whole box of them, so he could send it in, and it made him vomit, and he can't eat Reese's Pieces to this day.
Why does that not surprise me about Doug? Was it last summer when Doug said he had like 1,000 dairy? How many blizzards had he had? How many of the?
Oh, it was crazy.
Animal cracker blizzards. He knew exactly how many he'd had, like 397 of them, or something like that.
Yeah,
he kept probably a great count.
Yeah.
All right, so a few comments here. Howard says, interesting note, every once in a while, my mom, my Aunt Wanda, would refer to Skittles as a case of diarrhea. Can't eat them because of that.
Wouldn't have been a bag of diarrhea?
Well, I guess maybe he bought them in bulk. Maybe it was a case.
Diarrhea pellets.
Do you remember that Skittles parody T-shirt, that moment of awkward horror, Todd?
I do, Brady. Yeah.
Oh.
Text me.
Yeah.
Carrie says, keep it in your pocket all day. I'm not sure where that fell in the whole comment thing, and I would prefer my
is that
in their pocket.
I was going to say. What?
All right, Gary.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Carrie.
My specific
keep it in your pocket.
I remember a big deal when the whatchamacallit commercial hit. And I was like, oh, what? Whatchamacallit? What does it say?
What was it?
You're the the whatchamacallit.
I know. I was
That's the way the commercial went, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, I don't think it was. I was just messing with you. Go ahead and finish your story, though.
No, I was just kind of wanting to know if it listed when the whatchamacallit.
I haven't looked through the list yet. We'll see if it gets. We'll see.
Has to be late 70s, early 80s.
Brady's all-time fave. He always had to watch McCall in his lunch.
That's a great candy bar. I tell you another I think a very underappreciated candy bar is the There's two of them that are identical: the Score bar or the Heath bar.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
correct.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan
that's
of
kind of
this
like
hero.
potted meat and treat. The Score bar is the poor man's Heath.
True.
No, I think it's the opposite because it's got
Really?
2 dots over the O. That makes it way more aristocratic.
All right, a few more comments here. Danny says the finger of power powered himself. That's correct. I put myself out. STD says groan at Toddcast. No play on words.
I don't know if he was here earlier when you said there would never, ever, ever be a Brand by Ear
Not
Toddcast.
on my watch. My watch was over. I was banned.
That's our friend SJ's. Remember when the show House was on? He was always like, he never watched an episode, but he's always like, I know how it goes. They're not going to die on my watch, damn it. And it's like, House never once said that.
No, never. Christy says, love chewy caramel. Joe hates it. Or caramel. She says caramel.
So, Christy, what would you consider chewy caramel? Because I have a tweet. I like my caramel.
I think caramel is chewier than caramel.
Well, I'm just calling it all the same, caramel. But I don't like I like caramel in a Snickers, a Milky Way, that consistency. But then like the caramel in a what is it like a chocolate, what are those candy? Chocolate Raisin or Raisins or whatever they're called. And the bullseyes. I
love
just suck the bullseye out of the middle and throw the rest away.
Hey, what was the name of that caramel candy? I used to love these things, and it actually looked like a weaved belt. They had like
a weed belt.
If you could imagine like a piece of bacon with holes cut in it.
Oh, I can.
And but it was a chocolate candy, but it was caramel, but it was woven. It kind of. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I do.
God, what were those things?
All right. Well, you all think I'm going to throw a few more comments up here.
Okay.
My wife has grossed me out here. Grapefruit and cinnamon jelly bellies mixed together, amazing. Like, ooh.
They do have jelly bellies taste like vomit.
Vomit. Yeah, I've had. Ugh. Chris Smith, welcome, Chris. Animal cracker blizzards are gross, according to
I never tried one. I'm not a big animal crackers fan. I actually prefer my animal crackers to not have the icing on them.
Oh yeah, correct. Becky says my great aunt Maud, and then there's Maud. Always had Heath bars for us when we visited her.
Hear that, Brady? Not Score bars, Heath bars.
Heath bars.
Wendy says, Todd, couldn't you imagine having a Bean Boozle scratch and sniff game instead of the scratch and sniff stickers?
Yeah, the Bean Boozle. I think the Bean Boozled has the vomit flavored jelly bellies.
Christy says 100 grand caramel is chewy.
See, Joe and I are on the same page. I get tired.
The marathon bar. I found it.
Brady, STD has something to say about your weed belt there.
I found it. It's the marathon bar.
Yes, you have Chris, once again been behind our audience who is on top of things. Chris and Gary, marathon bar weaved caramel.
My favorite bar is, Wendy, you better jump on it. Don't do like we did with the podcast and wait until everybody was doing it.
That's right.
My favorite candy bar, I've mentioned this other episodes, but Eric, I would like you to, can you pull up pictures tonight or can you not?
I don't think I can on Firefox.
Okay, well, we won't worry about it then. I can't remember the name of it, but I think it might be a Sky Bar. Sky Bar. The only place I see him is Crackle Barrel.
Crackle Barrel?
Did I say it that way?
Yes.
Did I really? I don't think I did. Rewind it. You'll hear when you edit this podcast. I did not say it that way.
I will cut it out and send it to you.
God, what kind of threat is that? I'll cut it out and send it to you
in a box with a ribbon.
What is a box?
I'll cut your heart out and send it to you, asshole. Brady, nice reference to was it 7?
Yep.
What is that?
That's the marathon bar.
Oh, okay.
Weaved.
It's got a bunch of crawdad holes in it.
That's what it looks like. Like there's
This-
been a muskrat.
But the Sky Bar is either 4 or 5 little chocolate squares or rectangles, and there's different flavors in each of the rectangles.
Oh yeah, right.
STD, the Curly Whirly. I think that's a British candy.
Curly, yeah. STD.
You have to get
Googled
those.
caramel weave candy and came up with Curly Whirly.
Yeah, you have to go across the pond or Jungle Gyms to
Is
get
it?
those.
Isn't that when somebody shoves your head in the toilet and flushes it? A curly whirly?
Well, I think Howard has the ultimate question on the evening. What's in your cup, Todd? And don't say,
Tea. It's always tea. It's tea.
don't say your manhood.
Well, since you're going to cut it off and send it to me in a box, I'm afraid to talk about it. Anybody have any more birthdays? Oh, you're right. Payday's very underrated. Have you ever had the chocolate payday, Chris? I haven't tried it yet, but I know they're out there.
Chocolate
I know
payday
they're
makes
out
it a
there
totally
somewhere.
different candy bar.
Somewhere. I know they're out there. So
Now,
any
I
more
believe
birthdays?
we've exhausted. If anyone wants to put in their birth year, we can look up on the list to see where or what candy came out the year you were born or thereabouts.
This is interesting. I'm going to just go quickly through some of these while we're waiting to see. But I don't remember in 2002 a caramel M&M.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I eat the heck out of those.
Dolce. I'm not very good at Dolce de leche. Is that caramel? Does that mean
Yes.
Dulce de leche.
de leche? Is that how you say it?
Yes.
2003, the special dark Hershey's Kisses. So is that when kind of like the dark chocolate started becoming?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then other notables in 2007, the Reese's Whipped. Reese's Whips. I've never had a Whips.
We were simpatico on that, Eric.
Have you ever heard of this candy bar, guys? 2009, the Thingamajig.
I've heard of it. I've
Hershey's-
never ate one.
The Hershey's Thingamajig. Released in 2009 as a limited edition sister bar to Hershey's whatchamacallit. Thingamajig bars were made of cocoa-flavored Rice Crisps topped with a strip of peanut butter and then covered in a layer of Hershey's chocolate. So how's that different than a whatchamacallit?
Whatchamacallit has caramel on top.
Are candy bars female?
I don't know that.
Does it make other candy bars? I don't know.
All right. I think that's pretty much. If nobody else has any birthdays. Ew.
Yeah, we got one more here. Well, two more. Derek, 1987.
1987. Go. Well, we have two 86s. The first 86, Airheads. Candy fanatics have been chewing on these long pieces of taffy-like sweets since 86, and today they are offered in a wide variety of flavor. Grape is underrated, I swear. That's obviously the person's opinion that wrote this. My student's favorite is the mystery.
Where they're just white.
Yeah, it's just white. You don't know what flavor it is. And then white flavored. And then there was another 86, and this was Push Pops.
Oh, yeah.
No trip to the store with your parents was ever complete without purchasing one of these babies at checkout. For some reason, even though your fingers were eventually covered in sticky lollipop slime, these never grossed you out. The best part was putting the cap back on to save the rest for later.
Brady just had an attack, and when you said sticky candy slime.
Sticky lollipop slime?
Yeah. It's a genetic thing that runs generations in my family. My nephew, my daughter, she's the same way. Sticky stuff on the hands will just.
Oh,
it's like
no, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. You can ask C.
But you don't eat donuts with a napkin.
No, I don't do that. But the other day I had something. I forget what I had drank, and I had a piece of stickiness right in here. That's Brady, right? Eats with napkins. And it drove me nuts. And I hate being sticky right here, too. Like,
It drove me nuts.
How does one get sticky there?
well, like, you were a kid, you eat, like, ice cream, and it'd run down your face and stuff. I hated that.
All right,
was there another one?
Yeah. STD Junior, 2010.
2010.
That's solid.
So, 2010. Ooh, good one for 2010. The Take 5. In 2010, Hershey's was telling its Unifan, its fans to relax, take a break, and eat some chocolate. Layers of sweet, salty, and chocolatey goodness. This candy bar does contain peanuts, so it's healthy, right? So it has, the Take 5 has peanuts and pretzel.
Peanuts
And pretzel in it. It's a good candy bar for your...
Does it underrated candy bar that you could only find in, like, once in a while, the milkshake bar. It was like
I remember that. Who made that?
Oh, I don't know, but it was great.
It was just called milkshake, wasn't it?
Yeah, we call it the milkshake bar, but
yeah. I was actually saying that. I just wasn't enunciating very well. But here, the last one on this list is gross. 2015. I thought it went to 2018, but the Hershey's candy corn bars.
Yeah.
Now I like candy corn.
I do too.
If it's the brown, if it has the brown base.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would like a candy corn Hershey bar, mainly because it's white chocolate.
Oh, yeah, I did have those. It was awesome.
Oi? Did you say oi? Oi. Oi to the punks and oi to the skins. Oi to the world and everybody wins.
Ziggy zaggy, oi, oi, oi.
Oi.
All right, several comments here as we wrap this one up. Chocolate paydays, according to Howard, are the Baby Ruth on steroids.
I don't mind a Baby Root.
Christy says chocolate paydays are good. Always also like these Reese Nutrageous.
Yeah, good bar.
Jim says the Char Bar at OSU had the best Long Island iced tea. In case you're wondering.
Where was that, James? When I was at Ohio State, it was Mean Mr. Mustard's and the Park Alley.
Yeah. Derek says he still has to purchase push pops for his 3 and 4 year old boys at least twice a week. And STD Jr. loves the Take 5 bar. Must be the year he was born. And STD loves those as well.
They are good.
Seriously good chocolate.
And it's healthy. It has pretzels and peanuts in it.
Of course. Gary says Take 5 is the best of the New World Order candies. Is that like
Gary,
the wrestlers? Or
I would put the Snickers. What are the ones that are the yellow package that come in just 2 squares?
Where they have peanut butter. They have peanut butter instead of
those. I would put those.
Nugget.
Yeah, I would put those out there.
All right. Derek says Fast Break by Reese's is a love of his.
Yeah. That is a good bar.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Very good bar.
Howard having problems with his headphones, says he could have sworn Brady said MILF shake bar. Yeah.
Milt shake or milkshake.
Let's see, Jim, 17th and high for the Char bar.
Man.
And STD, they're called peanut butter Snickers.
I don't know why I couldn't come up with that. What do they call those peanut butter Snickers bars? It should be called peanut butter Snickers squares.
Yeah, why are they?
They're not really a bar.
Yeah, why are they chopped into the little?
Yeah, which makes them not a bar. I mean, a bar is more oblong. It's more rectangular.
I actually feel cheated with those 2 small things. I want 1 large candy bar. I don't want to feel like I'm eating 2 little ones.
Well, just weld them, melt them together. Just put them in a.
Just weld them together.
Freeze them together. Spot weld them.
All right, candy topic behind us. All right, more housekeeping. If I can get to where I'm going. Housekeeping. Me love you long time. Ever wonder what we're talking about when we use certain terms such as ute,
milt,
and Flintstones? Because nobody knows what you're talking about when you say Flintstones.
Check out our isms. They're on our website, www.playbyyearpodcast.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry.
You forgot your role there.
www.play
itbyearpodcast.com. All right. Game time.
Oh, yeah. I came to play tonight. I came to play.
Yeah. Thank you, STD. Says solid show.
Thank you.
Thank you. For my technical difficulties. But I believe that's all behind us now. All right, game for the evening is Incoherent. We have not played Incoherent for a while.
It's been a while.
And we invite the audience. Now, by the way, gentlemen, no peeking at the comments. So, because if our audience comments here and they get things correct, we want to make sure that you're not cheating.
Yeah.
No
Not
cheating.
No cheating.
All right. So,
I took steroids before I started this podcast.
the idea behind Incoherent is I will have a phrase with three or four words, maybe three or four. But saying those words slowly does not bring out a phrase. When you say the words quickly, the phrase becomes more apparent. So the first one to guess the phrase, and we'll do an example one here. So, bore knock rot he. Bore knock rot he. Now this one's
tough. Bore knock
now-
rot he.
So yeah, there's a hint involved here too. So what we'll do is we'll go back and forth. First round, just bore knock rot he, and then the second round or second guess, I'll give you the hint, and then there's another hint after that. So
Bore no karate.
bore knock rot he.
Bore knock rot he.
So the hint is incognito window. Bornocrati. Bornocrati.
Pornocracy.
You'll know it when you see it is the third hint. Or second hint. Bornocrati. Bornocrati.
But I'm feeling extremely dumb right now.
I am too.
I was going to say, this one's not a good one, I don't think.
I thought it was something about karate.
That's what I was thinking. Karate.
So the answer is
Pornography. Oh my goodness. Brady, you should have known that.
all right. So
I'm offended by that.
Come on, man.
So there are
Family's watching this.
There are three categories in this game: party, pop culture, and kinky.
That one was kinky, right?
Pornography was kinky. Yes.
Yeah.
So, all right, we
Lucky
drew
guess.
lots. We drew lots backstage. Brady, you are
Is that a
first.
lot?
That is a lot.
I'm not feeling it. I'm a little bit concerned about my winning streak.
Dude, you won one. You won the last one. Is that a streak?
All right, Brady.
Yes.
Once again, the categories: party, pop culture, or kinky.
Pop culture.
Pop culture.
Now, do we both play for the same one? Did you already?
Yeah,
I think it's a steal. Yeah.
We'll go
Okay.
back and forth.
Okay.
Okay.
First round, I will just read it.
Okay.
Okay. Second round, I'll show the words. Third round, I'll give the first hint. Fourth round, I'll give the second hint. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The words. Pose dumb alone.
Post Malone.
Yeah.
Post Malone. Brady. Wow.
Thank you.
All right.
It smells like Post Malone. Leave it alone.
All right. So the hints were face tats and someone who took a dare to tattoo barbed wire on your forehead. Seriously. Those are the two hints. Okay. So out front here, Brady won, Todd nothing. So before we move forward here, what was the Kyle King rule again? Because I always forget the Kyle.
I don't
King
think there was
rule.
a Kyle King rule in this game.
Yeah.
The other one where we do the number where we pick higher or lower
Right.
was a Kyle King rule. And then he threw another rule at us last week.
He did, and I keep forgetting to write him down. Okay, Todd. Party, pop culture, or kinky?
Party.
Party. Okay. Bottle Hope Inner.
Bottle opener.
Bottle opener. Nice. The hints are cork or a tool used to open bottles. If you can get it after that one.
Man, that those two were way easier than pornography. That was difficult.
All right. Our audience hasn't even got a chance to guess yet. All right. Brady won.
Be on your
Todd
toes,
Right.
audience. Be on your toes.
won. All right. Howard says Post Malone, aka Mr. Please don't give people Sharpies when I am drunk.
Yeah.
Okay, Brady.
Yes.
Party, pop culture, or kinky?
I'll do a party one.
Party. All right. Met Tickle Mayor One, huh?
Medical marijuana.
Medical marijuana. You guys are on fire. Medical marijuana.
Nice. Good job, Brady.
Can I see what the words were?
Met Tickle
Wow.
Mayor One, huh? The hint is anxiety and how to get your weed covered by injustice.
Are you sure it's not insurance?
No, it's injustice.
Oh man.
All right, Brady 2, Todd 1. You guys have to become less proficient here. Again, the audience has not had a
We're
chance to
skilled.
guess. Brady 2, Todd 1. Todd, party, pop culture, kinky.
I'll go pop culture this time.
Pop culture. Okay, the words are meet, whom, who've, mint.
Me Too movement.
Ah.
Me too movement. Holy cow. Hint, time's up or a long overdue revolution.
Didn't need no hints, man. Didn't need no hints.
No hints. All right. 2-2 is our score. Is this game too easy or you two are just that good?
We're that
We're
good.
on Fuego.
Yes.
Fuego. All right, Brady,
Yes.
party, pop culture, kinky.
I'm gonna avoid the kinky one since
You
Todd's
guys-
now implied that I'm a
you-
smut maven.
You guys are
I'm kidding. I'll do one more pop culture.
pop culture. Sack, Jewel, Lori, Hen, Day, Chin.
Are you allowed to repeat it?
No.
Sack. It's not the like I'm confused. I think I just missed something.
I didn't hear anything after sack.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't have enough to go on. I'll have to
Okay, Todd. Sack, Jewel, Lori, Hen, Day, Chin.
Don't I get a hint?
Not yet. You'll get to see the words next, or Brady will. Next round.
All right.
3 seconds.
Satchel the day hen.
Wrong.
Well, let me get some wades.
Okay. Sack, Jewel, Lori, Hen, Day, Chin.
I got it.
Satchel, Lori, and Dejan.
I got it. No pressure, Brady.
3 seconds.
Satchel, Lori, and the Jack DeLorean Nation.
We're both wanting it to be satchel so bad because that word is just not used anymore. Yeah, I got it, Eric.
Well, let's hear it.
Sexual orientation.
Sexual orientation.
Oh.
Hint number 1, born this way. Hint number 2, tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Spice Girls.
Yeah, we were both hung up on the satchel part of it.
Yeah, I was thinking DeLorean. I kept on
was a
going.
bit misleading.
Yeah.
All right.
Did I take the lead? Did I take the lead?
He did take the lead.
Yeah.
Gary had a guess, statute of limitations. That's a good guess.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Todd does take the lead, 3-2. Okay, Todd, you're up. Party, pop culture, or kinky?
Kinky.
There you go. High, Juan, shoe-ins, height, off, May.
Is it just me, or are there more parts to the kinky ones?
Can I give you another one? I don't think I can say the answer to that. I probably should
See, if it were a Toddcast, you would say it.
probably say.
Go ahead. Yes, that is fine. We don't want to embarrass anybody too much.
We don't want to lose our rating.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
PG-14 or TV-14 is what we're after.
Okay, Todd.
Okay.
Den, Cole, Perry.
Dingleberry.
That was it. Holy cow! He was just hanging on to that one.
It just kind of stuck to me. I don't know what.
Mrs. Wilson got it.
Nice. That's why she was my favorite teacher.
Danny said they would act it out on a Toddcast. Probably. Derek, I can't even put the comment up, but no, it was not that. Hint 1, hairy problem. Hint 2, basically a Christmas decoration, except they're mostly brown and hang from your ass hair.
That's not a hint. That's a definition.
Screw context clues. Just go right for the definition.
Right. Todd out to a commanding 4-2 lead in our game.
Partay.
Our sponsor tonight is these bad boys.
Those are outstanding candies.
That's a Valentine's gift from a student.
All right. Pate, is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. Males drip her.
My former profession, male stripper.
Male stripper.
Why former?
Hint number 1, dollar bills. Hint number 2, when Channing Tatum is #goals. So Brady back to within 1, 4-3. All right, Todd.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pate, pop culture, or kinky?
Let's go kinky again.
All right, couple guesses from the audience. Danny guessed gravity on that, and Howard got it right. Male stripper. Okay, what'd you say, Todd?
Kinky.
Okay.
Bring it.
I'm going to edit.
Pick another one.
Oh.
TV-14, Eric. TV-14.
Having a hard time finding TV-14 here. Oh. All right.
I love watching the discomfort scroll across his face.
Okay, Todd.
Yeah.
Jake, Hut, Yum, Amok, KV, huh. 3 seconds.
Pass.
Okay, Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Jake, Hut, Yum, Amok, Cavey, Danny says no, that's why Brady's not a stripper anymore. 3 seconds.
People are going to be wondering if we actually know them and we're just afraid to say them.
I got nothing.
Okay, Todd, here are the words. Jake, Hut, Yum, Amok, Cavey,
Is anybody guessing out there?
No.
Are they afraid too? Not even Howard?
Well, they are a bit in arrears, so they
True.
are probably just now seeing the words. 3 seconds.
I don't know.
Brady, Jake, Hut, Yum, Amok, Cavey,
I got nothing. I got nothing.
All right.
I like the way you flowed the words together and still had nothing like Jacob Yakovia. Jacob Yakovia.
All
Jacob
right.
Yakovia.
Todd, hint number 1.
Okay.
Move your bum. Jake at Yum, Amok, Cavey,
Shake your moneymaker?
Brady, hint is move your bum. Jake at Yum, Amok, Cavey.
Got it.
Shake what your mother gave you.
Oh, that's what I thought too, Brady.
Hint number 2, drop it like it's hot. Jake, Hut, Yum, Amok, Cavey. Jake, your mama gave you.
Jacob, you muck. Okay. I'm thrown. It's not shake what your mama gave you.
It is shake what your mama gave you.
What? Heresy.
Brady said shake what your mother gave you. That is not correct.
Pa.
Pa has been called. The call being pa.
And I take your pa, and I will raise you 5-3.
Nice.
Todd.
What? That almost threw me. It took me a second to realize because I'm like,
Middle
that has to be what it is.
Derek's guess was shake your moneymaker, which was a good guess. Gary Troutman, however, with the correct answer, shake what your mama gave you.
Nice.
All right. Brady,
Yes.
Pade, pop culture, or kinky?
Pop culture.
Pop culture. Hey, the yes sim.
Heavyism.
What the hell is that? What is?
I have no idea what
You
that
said it
was.
so confidently. Haviism.
And with a nod, too.
Yeah, haviism.
Okay, Todd.
Yeah.
Hey, the yes sim. Gary says he has help. His son is watching too. So Gary, who got that correct, you or your son? Three seconds.
I don't know.
All right. Here are the words.
Okay.
Hey the yes sim.
Hey, the yes'em. You gotta act like you've been there before. Act like you know what you're doing.
Fake it till you make it. Todd?
Both times, you fooled me both times, Brady. I thought you had it.
Oh.
Dag blasted, I've got it now for real. Hooey.
Hateism.
All I hear is Eric chuckling behind the card.
Hatheism.
He does not look as confident as I did.
Hatheism.
I got it.
Let me give you the hint. The hint is ungodly.
Atheism.
Atheism is correct.
Oh,
you guys. Atheism. Come on.
See, I recommend my approach.
I was born, but I wasn't born yesterday.
born at night, but not last night.
That's right. All right. Brady?
Yeah.
Back to within one.
Within striking distance.
Yep. But it was Todd's turn.
My tween.
Oh.
Tween it up.
Party, pop culture, or kinky?
Party.
Party. All right. Pot, turn, knit, teed, hest.
Paternity test.
Paternity test.
Ooh, look at you go.
Pow.
Bam.
Pow. Pow, pow. Whiz bang.
All right. Here's our 20 minutes.
Phooey.
Ooh.
All right. Final score. Todd 6, Brady 4.
My streak is over.
Your streak
Yes.
is your
Do you wanna
one game winning streak is over.
Do you want to do a one? Let's do one more. Double or nothing.
All right. Well,
I
you
came
want
to play.
you want to bet points?
Duel or nada?
Let's bet points.
Okay.
We are nothing if we aren't men.
You must bet at least half of your points.
What kind of rule is that?
That's the rule.
The hell? Where's
That's
is that a Kyle
That's the
King
rule. That's the
Uh-oh.
Card Sharks rule.
I'll do
You
it.
must bet. That's the Card Sharks big money top row rule. You must bet at least half your points.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Half your Huckleberry. All right. You can bet more than half of your points, but you have to bet at least half of your points.
Okay.
All right.
Should we write it down?
I've got 8 got 8 comments here. I want to get Gary said his son got that one. Mama, shake your what was it?
Shake what your mama gave you.
Had some
Wendy,
Hattie.
I actually was thinking. Yeah, I was thinking that. Whatever that. Yeah.
Gary said Buddy Epson was his guess. Jed Clampett, ladies and gentlemen.
No, Barnaby Jones, thank you very much.
Derek got
I got the original Tin Woodman. All right, Derek got it. Atheism.
Tin Woodman.
Yes, he was the original Tin Man, Tin Woodman, in the Wizard of Oz.
I didn't. You said Tin Woodman.
He is the Tin Woodman. He has an axe.
I know. It just sounds funny. Tin Woodman. They're both materials.
Miss Wilson also got atheism. Gary says his son says put two together for a kinky party.
Not a bad idea. Should we do that for the betting one?
Danny says good show. Thank you.
Thank you, Danny. Thanks
All
for
right.
sticking around.
We'll
We
do
gotta
it.
go,
We'll do a regular one, but you have to bet at least half your points. You can bet
But-
more than half.
but I think it has to be a kinky one. 'Cause those have been the most difficult.
All right, fair enough. All right, I picked the TV 14 when we're off the top here. Okay.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Put down your bets. I'll read the words as you put down your bets. Sin, goal, lander, head, eat, who, mink, goal.
Man, I got parts of it.
I'll even show you the words. Sin, goal, lander,
I got it.
head, eat, who, mink, goal.
I got it.
All right. Brady, this is the match game rule. Since you're behind,
Mhm.
you'll go first.
Well, Eric,
What was your bet?
my bet.
Bet it all.
All
Bet it all.
for.
A true daily double.
Do you notice the intensity on that? All for.
I did see that. All right. And your answer?
Single and ready to mingle.
Single and ready to mingle is his answer. Todd?
Well, hang on a minute. What's going to keep me from just saying that was my answer too?
Yeah.
Because that was my answer too.
Thanks, Eric. Ruining my moment.
But do we need to redo that in a different way? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't have it. I didn't have
Okay.
it. I am a stand-up
I appreciate your willing.
comedian. 4 points, I bet, but I did not know it.
Okay, 4 points he bet. He did not know it. It was single and ready. That's why I didn't show the answer.
Yeah. Let it be seen. Let it be heard.
Yeah, I didn't
Our
show the
listeners
answer.
tonight, though,
So
that
you could have thought
Yeah.
he was correct, but maybe he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But
I
either
know
way,
you weren't up to malfeasance.
either way, I wouldn't have felt honest had I said, because I didn't know it. I knew single and mingle. I just couldn't figure out the middle part.
Yeah. Audience, Gary got it. Ashley got it. First comment. Welcome, Ashley.
Welcome, Ashley.
Oh, Ashley.
Derek got it as well. So our final score, Brady with the true daily double.
I
with
don't feel
8.
good about this streak, though. I kind of feel like it was gifted.
No.
Well,
Oh,
uh,
8-2, the final.
yeah.
Man.
All right.
I'll take the streak with an asterisk.
Good gain, Brady. Good gain.
Good gain, sir. Good episode, gentlemen.
All right. A little more
And-
housekeeping.
No technical difficulties tonight, except, well, Eric.
Yeah,
But Eric, I know you did that on purpose so we could have a little bit of Bray It by Ear Toddcast.
that's
We
right.
gave the audience a little taste.
New T-shirt. Eric
gave the
gets none of the
audience-
proceeds.
Eric's going to edit that part out now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Gary's kids got that, by the way. Gary, we appreciate you being a stand-up guy as well and admitting
Yes.
that you did not get it, but your kids.
See, it
did.
runs in our family. We're just honest.
That's right. All right. Final housekeeping here. I do want to, since I couldn't do it before, I want to thank our members once again, our Earbud Hall of Fame, Joe Rocky, Christina Rocky, Chuck Griffin, Allison Chavis, our newest member, and Jessica Longacre. Thank you for your support. You can go to playbyyourpodcast.com/support, and you can check into the memberships. And one more
Thank
comment
you.
here. Thank you, Mr. Heron.
Thank you, James.
Good
Thank you,
show.
James.
All right, and join us next week. I'm not sure what day will be next week. It may be Tuesday again. I'm not sure, but we'll talk about that. We'll put out our invite. Tell everyone about our show. Again, like our Facebook
Please.
page. Give us reviews on if you listen to the audio version. Give us reviews there. That helps us out. tell people about us if you enjoy what we do. Certainly, we'll take anyone who dares to come in and put your comments out there. We appreciate all of you.
Definitely.
All right. With that, we will see you episode 50 next week.
Oh,
Episode 50. We got a
milestone.
50.
Big. 50.
50.
It's a milestone episode.
We've been saying 50 long before 50 cent.
Exactly. All right. We'll see you next week, episode 50.
50. Peace, guys. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Play It By Ear podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter at Play It By Ear Pod 2, and our website at anchor.fm/Play It By Ear podcast. Thanks again, and join us next time as we play it by ear.